Hear me, family. Betwabo Benabetus. Ooh, yeah. It's me, Kimbo, Natin and Zambi, Yamazulu. Betwabo Benabetus. Betwabo. All praises to the Most High, to the Divine Creator. We give Him all the thanks for who He is and what He's done thus far. You know, hmm, yeah, He's faithful. He's just. He is loving. The divine creator is, yeah, everything we can put in words, that and then some more. Um, there's something that has been resting in my spirit, and I was running from it, but I must be obedient. Yes, I must be obedient. Even when I don't feel like doing something, I gotta come and do what I was told or instructed to do. And sometimes that's not the easiest of a task, as many of you would know. You would know that it's those of us who walk in obedience know that it's never an easy um, task when you have to come and deliver a message, you know. But what do we do? What do we do? We have to walk in obedience, because as much as we know obedience is better than what? Sacrifice. Yes, it is. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And so that's what we definitely have to do. And so one of the things, if you see the subtitle or whatever, it asks the question, what are we doing? What are we doing? What is what the Most High wants to know. What are we doing? Are we sitting and waiting, or are we doing? And I find that a lot of us are just sitting and waiting. We're just sitting and waiting, sitting for the Messiah to appear, sitting for the end of the Babylon system to collapse, sitting and waiting for somebody else to do something to make our lives much better, much easier. We're just sitting and waiting. And y'all know I said I used the scriptures that they give us as a reference, because all of us who came out of Christianity, came out of whatever religion or denomination or organization we're in, we use the scriptures. We know the scriptures. And so for me, being able to use the scriptures is to be able to draw an illustration or to draw a context to something that the Most High is trying to get across to us. And the scripture, or the story, I should say, the parable I'm getting is the parable about the three servants with the different talents. One had 5, one I think had 4, and the next one had 1. Any which way, everybody has a different measure or level of talent or gift or insight, foresight, hindsight. All of us got a different. But some of us are doing, working, multiplying. We're sharing this word. We're encouraging other people. We're telling them about the Most High, the divine creator. We're telling them to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. So a lot of us are being busy out there doing in terms of sharing. We may not have this big YouTube platform or Twitter platform or what you call this, TikTok or Instagram, but the little that we choose to do, we do. We have the influence with our family. We have the influence in our neighborhood. We have the influence on our job. We have the influence. You understand? And so what are we doing with the influence that we have, or the platforms that we have, our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitter, our TikTok, and all the other platforms that we may have? What are we doing with them? Are we just sitting and waiting for a Messiah to come on the scene and shut down the Babylon systems? And yes, me and my beautiful Bantu sister, CME to you. You understand? This conversation was had, and we're like, too many are just sitting and just pointing fingers and waiting and twiddling and not doing anything, not taking care of the orphans, not taking care of the widows, not trying to help with the strangers among them. They're just literally sitting down, just waiting for the end to come. And I think in the same Bible they give us, said, when we see all these things, all it says is then the end is what? Near. It didn't even say the end is come. It just said the end is what? Near. How many times we heard that the end is where? Near. What are we doing while we're waiting for the Messiah to show up? While we're waiting for the Babylonian system to shut down? What are we doing? What are we putting in place? What are we sharing with people? Because we cannot just be twiddling our fingers and waiting for the end, and then that's it. We're not using our voices, the opportunities that we have, not to condemn people and to scare people into believing that, but just sharing information, not becoming dogmatic like the other religions already was. And what we came out of was being dogmatic and overbearing with your truth. We are the Bantus and we are the da 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 da. No, we got to share this thing in love. We got to come peaceful that people would want to hear. Because remember, all of us being inside, either whether it was Hebrew or whether it was Christianity or Muslim, we've all been in some kind of religion. And when people came to us and tell us things about we the melanated people or the people of the book, we didn't want to hear them. How many of us want to hear those Hebrew men on those corners read? Some of us see them on one side and we go and walk on the other side. How many of us saw the Jehovah's Witness and we pretend that we can hear them knocking on our doors? But you know what I learned from the Jehovah's Witness? Their persistency and consistency. They're persistent and they're consistent. How many of us in this awakening, persistent and consistent? And not only that, look at the love and the patience. Those Jehovah's Witness, wickedness, they call them. But Jehovah's Witness, carry their message with. And this is what we need. If we learn anything else from them, we must learn consistent, persistent, and the love they carry the message with. What are we waiting on? What are we doing? What are we doing? It's like trying. I don't even know how to balance it. Thank you for your honesty, my beautiful queen sister. We got to balance it. We have to balance how we share this word, how we share this message. We got to balance sitting down and waiting, but still doing at the same time too. You understand? Because like I said, I was going to use the talent, the three different persons with the talents. One had 5 and they multiplied and had 5 more. One had 4, multiplied, had 4 more. I might get the numbers wrong, but one had one task to do. One task to do. You know what he did? buried it, buried it. I ain't talking to nobody but this truth. I got it, and that's it. Me, myself, and I, and that's it. Not sharing with nobody else, not helping the strangers among you, not going to the orphans, not finding out the widows. I got the truth, and that's it. Hunky dory. I am Bantu, and I'm the chosen, and I'm a chosen one. And that's it. Family, the time is upon us. The changing of the guards has already begun. We cannot afford to be a Moses and only see the promised land from a distance and not enter. We cannot be what a man name. There's this preacher man who is very dogmatic. I can't remember his name, but I didn't know. Very dogmatic in his belief. But the other day when the Hebrew camp went to visit him, he disappeared and he didn't come out. So you all may know who I'm talking about. I can't remember his name, but he's a very dogmatic man. I remember how dogmatic Honorable Louis Farrakhan was when it came to women and stuff like that. But now I listen to some of his words, some of his messages, and how he's encouraging the women. It's impossible to do ministry. It's impossible to advance the kingdom if we don't work together, male and female. We need each other in this journey. We can't do this by ourselves. Some of us sitting, let me tell you, some of us are literally, some of our brothers and sisters are literally just sitting down like that servant without one talent and just waiting for the end. While some of us are being busy, so excited, want to share this word with so many others. Yes, we must work together, and we must work while it's yet day. And I'm not saying that in terms because no man know when night coming, because it ain't about the night coming. It's about the changing of the paradigm shift that has already taken place, because the shift has taken place from 2019. From the 400 years of our enslavement came to an end. From the 400 years of that punishment came to an end. The end of a decade had taken place. We came into a new decade. We came into a new era in 2020 when they try to lock us down and send us out of our mind because we've been so busy, moving. But that was a divine intervention to get a lot of us to wake up to who we are. If Corona did not come, how many of us could say that we would have been awoken to this truth today? I might have still been preaching the JC, but I can't say that because revelation came to me on a fast. So even before I knew about the Bantu truth, revelation, I was on a 40-day fast, when the Most High revealed to me the son of perdition, and JC being the son of perdition type of situation. So I was on my journey, but the lockdown came right in time to help to get deeper and to study and to research and to listen to people like Nabi Jonathan, to listen, you understand, to listen to Elder Headley and interact with them, to have them on my platform and to go on Jonathan's platform. You see? But it's not about sitting and waiting. It's about doing now. We cannot just be still and be silent while so many of our brothers and sisters are still inside the psychosis of Christianity, that are still destined and bound We have to, we have to, let me tell you this situation for myself I could share with you. I remember when I used to teach, I was very passionate about my teaching. I'm telling you, if you came into my class, you got a teacher with a zeal to make sure you learn. And I think I'm still the same way with bringing the message and bringing the word and stuff like that. That same passion, but I had lack compassion. Yeah, I had passion for what I was doing, but I had lack compassion. And I had a beautiful daughter by the name of Violet in 2003. And then in 2004, she took sick. And so I gone from having this perfectly healthy little girl to now having a little girl that was sick and needed compassion, needed attention. You know, yeah. So the Most High allowed me to have this little girl. And I say he allowed because nothing just happens. Allowed her to get sick. And that taught me not just only passion get things done, but you need to have compassion towards people when they can't get it done the way you think that they should be able to get it done. Because now here comes, I have Violet going from being healthy, holding her bottle, to now can't hold her bottle. Couldn't talk, couldn't walk, couldn't do nothing for herself. So everything that she needed done had to be done by myself or her siblings. Somebody had to do it. But it was, there comes the compassion in training through a little girl that never spoke a word. So what am I saying? While we're waiting, there are things that the Most High wants to teach us so we can teach others and help others on this journey. It's not about just sitting still and doing nothing and just waiting for the Messiah to come, but it's also about doing, building, because the kingdom is within. Thine is the kingdom. We have ownership of the kingdom. And how you handle other people is so important for them to be able to see the Most High. So not only just having passion to teach this word and passion to share this truth, but compassion to those who may not receive us right now. How many of us receive the truth about who we are right away? Not all of us. Some of us fight against the prick, you know? And then some of us hear it and we just ponder it in our hearts and then move along. That's where it comes with the seed. One plant, one water, but it's the Most High. Because we need that spirit to fan on us, to water those plants, those seeds that are sown in our lives. So we need, while we're waiting and while we're doing, let's do it with compassion. I guess that's the whole gist of it. We need compassion also to be able to get up from not just waiting for the Messiah to come, to get up and do something. We have to see the importance of this word getting to other people, how necessary they need it. We need to not only just share what those of us who have YouTube platforms can share, and some people don't have YouTube platforms, but sharing the teachings of others. You understand? So others can have it. Because we don't, I don't know everything. Like I tell y'all on my platform time and time again. When I come here with revelation more so than I come with head knowledge and book knowledge and stuff like that. I come with divine revelation from the Most High. If He don't give me a word to share, I'm not gonna come on YouTube and just run my mouth. I can't do that no more. That's for those that are in that thing called the circus called the church. Or you understand? But when we use these platforms, we're gonna be given account for the words that we use and how we use these platforms. We're gonna have to give an account. When we come here to bash or we come here to exalt and encourage, I come to encourage you. Don't just sit and do nothing. Don't get frustrated. Don't become dogmatic. And don't just have this passion, but miss the compassion. But let's have the two. Let's be balanced. This was my theme from 2017. I took this theme on practicing emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is about being balanced in every area in our lives. So we must learn how to become balanced. That's what we have to do. We must become balanced. We must have passion and compassion. We have to have a heart for our fellow brothers and sisters that are still locked away in their minds, in their religious thoughts. Because remember, we all were indoctrinated. And we wasn't indoctrinated overnight. This is years of indoctrination. Because remember, I know for us, growing up, we had Bible drill, and you got to learn these different scriptures, and you got to do this. And if you don't do this, you understand we were really deeply indoctrinated. And when we look back to our ancestors, they were beaten, bruised, raped, sodomized, lynched to believe in Christianity, tortured to believe in Christianity. When I see some of the chairs that they put the nails and stuff in and sit our people on to make them say they want to be saved. When I think about the very person whose name I take on, Kim Pavita, and her being burned at the stake with her child because she told the colonizers that the Messiah was black all the way back in the 1700s, 1800s, all because she told them who the Messiah was, all because she would not bow to Christianity and take the ways of the missionaries that came. Burn her at the stake. And after burning her at the stake wasn't good enough because she reappeared, then they take her bones and crush it. You see, our people suffered to become Christians. They make us walk away from our spirituality, our relationship with the divine creator, to follow after their pagan gods. That's why JC can say he want to be like the Most High. He want to sit on the throne. And where we will invite him to come into my heart, right in our heart. Where our heart is, the throne room, the throne of the Most High, the courtroom of heaven is preside in our hearts when we talking to the Most High, the divine creator. So I don't want to be among before you long. I just wanted it to come and deliver this word that the Most High had rest in me as I was talking to another sister. And let me share even with y'all I probably will do another video on that in terms of those of you who may not be on the continent as yet. You may not be on the continent as yet. And you're planning on coming, and plan to go through the process. Don't just say, oh, I'm coming to the continent and that's it. Because remember, our divine creator, when he leads us someplace, he sustains us there. He gives us the tenacity, the resilience to endure. But if we come with the mindset that we want it our way as we have it in the Western world, we're going to get frustrated and we're going to pack up and we're going to leave. Because when you want something done, and let me use Mombasa for an example, I tell you, you should have come from yesterday if you wanted it done for today. Just to say how you understand me, they take their time and no rush to come and do things. It reminds me a little bit of home in the Bahamas, but yeah, no rush. Laid back, take your time. You understand? But come home. If the Most High is telling you to come home, come home. You will love it. The diversity of our people. Poverty is everywhere. Nobody can tell me I travel enough. Poverty is everywhere. Africa is not the poverty dump. It isn't. It's a wealthy place. It is a wealthy place. Yes, it is. Yeah, they show you the poverty side of it, but they don't want to show you the wealthy side of it. Because if they show you the wealthy side of it, you'll be more encouraged to come. And what they do is they allow our leaders to put ridiculous policies in place that helps to continue to oppress the people. But let me tell you, the kingdom has already started to be rebuilt. The kingdom is already being started to be restored. So don't get frustrated if you come home and some things doesn't happen the way you expect for it to happen. You decide to come home and things doesn't happen as fast as you expect it to happen. I would encourage you to come and humble yourself and let the process and go through the process. Go through the process. It's worth it because then you will be able to help somebody else through the process. I also advise people, come. Don't send your money. Come with your money. Don't send it. I don't care how much. I am Bantu awoken. One person, I brought their money for them, and that's one person because you understand, we lived in this need to frivolously send their money because somebody in this Bantu truth too. That's me. Now I suffer the attacks that may come with what my statement is, but that's me. I will say to you, wait till you come and bring your money with you. Go through your legal process of obtaining visa and all them different things, and residency or permits and stuff like that. Wait till you come. Do not send your money in advance. People tend to have bills and may have to pay something, and then they say, oh, I'll put this back when I get pay. And time come and they're not able to put it back. Several of our brothers and sisters that have come to the continent, they send their money in advance and they found themselves in a very bad place. But guess what? Because they know that the Most High sent them home, they didn't pack up and leave. They continue to persevere, and now they're getting on their better grounds. They're now appealing the things. It took a process, but they was willing to endure. They was willing to go through the process. Because they know that the Most High had sent them here. We did not pack up and just bring off a running. Yes, family encouraged us to come home and all this different stuff, but we didn't pack up. We're waiting for the Messiah or the Messiahs, however it may happen. We're waiting. But the more we're here, the more we're learning, the more spiritually in tune we're becoming. We're not just sitting and waiting. We're doing. Like for me, I'm involved with a children's home. Another sister that is on the coast, she's involved with a charity there. You understand? Along with other things, and a football team and all this different stuff. Now we're getting involved, we're expanding, but we didn't just run and dash into these things. We came, we took our time, we watch, we participate. We didn't come and try and take over and become the big chief and spending this talking about like we got this bunch of money. No, we come and humble ourselves. How can we serve? Come to serve. What the same scriptures they give us. The greatest among us is the one who serve. Come to serve. Let's see how we can build communities, how we can help rebuild the kingdom. Remember Jeremiah or Nehemiah on the wall, sword in one hand and building with the next. Let's come and rebuild. Then there's another part that's talking about the old waste places, the old landmark, rebuilding. Come. I would not discourage anybody from coming home. Come home. There's room. There is space for everyone. I mean, everyone that is in America got a space here. Everybody's in the UK, you got a space here. Wherever you are, India, China, you got a space here. There's room. You got there's space here. Come home. Come. Help to build. Don't come and just coming home to lay my leg and throw my legs up and enjoy. No, come home to help build. Oh, I coming home to hurry up, get rich. I got this big business plan. Yes, we all want to live comfortably. I'm not saying come and go live in, below means and stuff like that, but come to help build. Come with that kind of mindset. How can I help? How can I help restore? Yeah. So let's become the one with the 5 who multiply and the one with the 4 who multiply. Let's not be the one with the 1 and just buried and come home and just sit down in our house and be comfortable and that's it. And don't worry about nobody else and help nobody else. Let's truly be our brothers and sisters keepers. Let's truly advance this kingdom, this Bantu kingdom. If you understand, we say we are the chosen people, then the chosen people should be able to live that in the way they care for and take care of each other. Our action should speak more so louder than our words. What we do should be even though we may say, but what we also do. We got to be an extended hand, extended feet, words of encouragement, extended eyes. So, yeah, that's my encouragement to you. The word that the Most High give to me to share with you after, like I said, having a conversation with another sister that is in this awakening also that is here. I am thankful for her, and there's so many others that has come home, and that are toughing it out, that are sticking in there, not giving up, not throwing in the towel, and not trying to get rich off of people, but just really come home, yes, to be home, but also active in the community. Yeah. So may the Most High make his face to shine upon us and lift up his countenance unto us and be gracious unto us and grant us peace. Listen, I love you, family, and there's nothing you could do about it. So, my song, Kimbo, Kimbo, Natanin Zambi, Yamazulu, Siemi family. Kimbo, Kimbo, Natanin Zambi, Yamazulu, Siemi family, Matando Masaka, Asante sana. Yes. And you'll have enjoy the rest of your, I don't know what time zone you're in, your morning, your afternoon, your night, whatever time zone you're in. Please enjoy the rest of your day and your empowering days to come. Much love.